Ladies and gentlemen, the sun has now found its home in the western sky, and it is Saturday night in Tiger Stadium, home of the LSU Tigers, one of the great venues in college football. All games might count the same, but some carry a little more juice. And when you get to this point in the season, a couple of teams in the top 10 fighting for their playoff lives and positioning, this one feels a little special. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Sooners will get us started with the opening kickoff. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. First down here for the offense. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. He wants to throw. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He's going to take off. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain. So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. Gets rid of it. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. LSU right back to the line.
Oh, and I love that play call on fourth down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
Back to throw, it's Willihan. Trying to make magic with his feet. Turns it on in midfield. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down.
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get a first down.
Leaves it with the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Motion from the offense. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here today.
Yeah, dang right. How much implications down the road does this have? But how about you get an idea of exactly where you stand right in the middle of the season, playoffs down the road, make your statement here today.
When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on fourth down, but the consequences of that, now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
Steps away. He'll get rid of it. And that ball is picked off. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
You know, after watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up, but he's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
On first down, here comes this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Feeling some heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Scanning the field, it's Willingham. Complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You can tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a third and long. He's looking downfield to throw. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
Typically, at this spot on the field, you make a fair catch. I'd call that risk aversive, but it is good field position. Sooner offense returns to the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. To the ground to try to move the chains. And the Sooners get enough to move the chains.
Really nice job on third down by this offense. This offense has struggled on third downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
And he's brought down after a solid gain, and we are done in the first quarter. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Out of the gun, the inside give. Across the 25, he's got room. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you've got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Hand off from the shotgun. Fights his way ahead. They get him down after a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 12. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
Quarterback will keep it. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run. And you know at this area of the field, it's really tough to throw it. Let's see who the more physical side is.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to barge their way in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown Sooners!
Bringing the extra beef. It's goal line. I know what I'm going to get. I know what I'm going to do. We're going to be bigger, stronger at the point of attack and push you around, and then the running back does the rest and finds the end zone.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, Phyllis, here's a final update on a top 15 clash. USC put together a breathtaking performance inside the Coliseum. And how do you not liken it to the way Leinart and Bush and Lendale White and Dwayne Jarrett used to just annihilate teams? We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run the toss. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it a little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on 3rd down, setting up 1st and goal.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. Go straight ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
14, LSU, 0.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got 1 drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
They made the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
Calls his own number. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They didn't get enough for the 1st down, so 4th down, clock running as they hurry to the line. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Grabbed on the outside, it's Dalton. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double-checking to make sure. This 1st half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Willihan. Dances away. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down. Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. And into the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. Fair catch called for and made. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. From the gun. Give on the inside. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
14, LSU 7.
LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. He'll start the third quarter with the run. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. At midfield, he's got room. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. He has 89 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing.
The defense selling out to stop it on 3rd and super short. They don't bring him down, Jesse. Next thing you know, he's in the 2nd level.
You're absolutely right. 3rd and inches like that, if you just get a little crease offensively, it can be a big play. In the back that time, hit the hole and show off his speed.
Brings up second down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Red pass, it's complete. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk, and on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown Sooners! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
In the end zone.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one.
21, LSU 7.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like...
Trying to burn this defensive back. And he makes the catch inside the 20. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. They'll try the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Out of the gun. The running back has it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
And now a big 3rd down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, this is 4-down territory, too. So you need to identify who are your best.
Quarterback sneak for the touchdown.
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
Ready to try the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was finished off with the quarterback sneak. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Rides to the back. Oh, he's so hard to get on the ground. He's got room. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
Well, on offense, you've got to love the way your offensive line is playing in this game. They're getting tremendous movement up front. They're climbing into 2nd level and really giving these backs and ball carriers a lot of room to run all game long.
He's looking to throw it. Getting some heat. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And that pass picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. Looking for a productive play on first down. He'll keep it himself. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. And the Tigers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
How about the defensive end understanding football, understanding that I got to keep outside contain. I'm responsible for the quarterback. Good job playing his responsibility.
And the ball slipped out. Oh, and a burst disaster by falling on his own fumble. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. This is a designed run. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. This offense will start doing business from their own 18-yard line on first down. Quarterback will audible. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Dances away from the heat. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
And here comes the offense on second down. Looking to throw, it's Willihan. Trying to get to it. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Oklahoma 21, LSU 14.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. He leaves it with his back. Tough, hard-nosed running. He picks up 3, but stopped just short. It'll be 4th and 1.
Offense facing 4th down.
Off the RPO, throw to the right, looking for the first. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down conversion.
Here's the handoff. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. LSU quick to the line. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Quarterback checking the play. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Complete, out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
Off play action on first down. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that option game can be tricky, right? But nice job by the defense playing assignment football. And watch the linebacker. You could tell. Locked in on the quarterback. Chases him down. Gets to him. And not only gets to him, doesn't let him break a tackle. Gets him on the ground.
The give to the tailback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Fires on the move. Got his man.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And this is the chance for this offense. A 1st and goal, 4th quarter, trying to tie the game up. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Cal handled its business today away from home. What a thorough beatdown. And what poise this generally young team showed. I think even other coaches will point to this one as what's possible. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
And how on that blitz. Great job timing it and also getting to the quarterback. Sometimes you're going to have to negotiate around tight ends and running backs, and that strong safety, he just beelined into the backfield.
So now they're staring at a 2nd and long from their 20. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. The clock stops. 2 minutes left to play in this one. What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Firing to the right, complete. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get it.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2.
Let's go!
With jet sweep pass. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
It's 1st down from the 11.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves into position to win.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, LSU.
This offense right on the doorstep. They can grab the lead late as time continues to wind down. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal?
Here we go.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go.
Timeout, LSU.
And here comes the field goal unit. And this will be for the win. And it's good. The short field goal for the game. Guys, that one was a ton of fun to call, and the players, a lot of games sort of wash away in the memory bank. Not that one. That will be an indelible mark in their memory.
I agree, Reese. I think back to my career in Florida, and just the games that stand out the most were always the ones that went down to the wire, whether we lost or whether we won. For this team, this is going to be a good memory moving forward, David, because of how well they played today.
Did you lose more of those or win more of those? I'm just asking for a friend. Tennessee, what happened? Hey, yeah, it's big time clutch, right?